Good morning, my little coffee beans, and welcome to Madeline's Life Management. I am so excited about the video today. It's going to be 10 things I never buy. So I have them on a list. Oh, okay, so the first is a peel-off face mask. So when I was younger, I was super into peel-off face masks. For a few reasons. They were really fun, they were really satisfying. As I got older and I got more into skincare, I realized a few things. First of all, peel-off face masks don't do anything for your skin. So, well, they're a light physical exfoliant, but I'll get into that. But basically what they're doing is you're putting them on, the products in them don't have the ability to sink into your skin because they're going to just solidify so you can peel them off. And so what you're doing is basically you're just ripping off those old skin cells. And I personally prefer chemical exfoliants to physical exfoliants because physical exfoliants can be so harsh on your skin, whereas chemical, like a good AHA, PHA, or a lactic acid, remove those dead skin cells or release the fibers holding the dead skin cells to your face. So that's just a better option. Also, when the mask solidifies so you can peel it off, think of how much that is pulling and tugging at your skin. First of all, you put it on and it's on your skin and then it tightens. So it's pulling it. So it feels tight. And then you pull it off and it's rah. The only part of my face that I don't mind pulling and tugging at a little bit is my nose, because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but you really don't get nose wrinkles. And if you do, they're not first. And by the time you get them, you're probably more worried about staying alive. Little sip of coffee. I love coffee. So y'all, this next one is kind of a really big deal right now in my life, and it's that I'm not buying books that are one-read books. So I love reading and rereading books. I'm constantly rereading books, and I should show you I have a shelf on the bottom. I have a bookshelf, and on the bottom I have books on marriage, and I like to, during my quiet time, I'll like read whatever Bible thing I'm reading, and then I'll read a book on marriage. And I like rotating through those books, and I'll read and reread, and I love them. And then I also have like my favorite fiction series that I adore that I will continue to reread about once a year. And so those are books that I want to invest in and have and be able to lend, and those are books I want to keep. But someday I want to be a mom, not right this second, but someday. And so I've been really into just getting as much information about pregnancy as I possibly can. And so I've been going to the library, and I've been getting library pregnancy books, or books that maybe I don't know if I'm going to want to reread. And so, yeah, so just go to your local library and get those one-time read books, because like a book on pregnancy, you're not going to reread. You're going to read it once, have the information, and then you'll probably have personal experience. And I just wanted that information from the start. Also, I used a different, my little sister, I have it right here. I used a different mascara today, and it's my little sister Lillian got it for me in this big Sephora Favorites Treat Yourself Christmas pack, which I've been using constantly and I love it. And they're so voluptuous. Also, I'm really into the mugs with eyelashes, but I haven't been able to find one that I like the feel of yet. So anyway, I've been like looking a few different places. Blake knows I'm on a hunt. We'll be like studying, and he's like, "What you doing?" And I'm like looking at lash mugs. Okay, so this next one I'm really passionate about because I have done this the wrong way in the past, and that is extras. So with Amazon, you have I have Amazon Prime, which I love, 2-day free shipping, and no longer living on the farm with my parents and like in the city, I can drive 5 minutes to a Walmart to pick something up. But growing up, we had a big family. We had 6 people in our family, 4 girls. It was a lot of fun, but we always had extra razors and toothbrushes, and we just always had extra of everything because you never knew when you were going to run out. And then the closest Walmart was over 30 minutes away. So we just stocked up. And so when I went off to college, I also stocked up, and then I was in this tiny little dorm and I didn't have enough room for all the excess. And it stressed me out finding a place for it and a home for it. So now what we do is we buy one of the thing we need, and we don't buy extras because we don't need to. And I use all of a product before I buy new. I want to make sure that I'm one pump away to being done with that serum before I get a new serum. Also, like with toothpaste, I don't know if, you don't want to buy 10 toothpaste, because I'll finish a tube and then I'll be like, I don't think I could use that toothpaste one more time. I need a new toothpaste. And with coffee, I have a favorite coffee. Well, then I try a new coffee and it's amazing. Right now I'm into Bones coffee. They have a s'more time, and they're real cute. They're very punny and they're so delicious and decadent. So good. But you don't know, buying a lot of excess doesn't allow for change. And it also is really hard for storage. We're in a tiny apartment and we don't have the room, the space to have extra bottles of conditioner laying around. So this next thing is kind of new, and I'd always get those disposable cotton pads to take my makeup off with. I'd put some micellar water to do my first cleanse. I'd hold it on my eye. And then when it's done, I gently remove the excess, and then I do my next cleanse. But I'd use cotton pads then, and then I use a cotton pad with micellar water in the morning, because I don't want to really cleanse my face because I have really great products, but I also want to take off anything that was on my pillow or like dust that settled on my face. I just want to take it off. And so I can put my next product on, but I don't necessarily want to do a full-on cleanse. And so I was going through these cotton pads so quickly that it's wasting money. And I'm not super hippie, but even I can tell that that's not good for the environment. And I think we need to be respectful of the environment. Anyway, so I invested in some reusable cloths. So let me show you what they are. So for a while I was just using rags, but it was like a whole rag, and I go through them so quickly. And then I do laundry a lot, but it just got a little annoying because I was using a whole cloth and I was using like this much of it, and then I'd put it in the laundry, and then when I actually needed a rag, I'd be like, it's in the dirty laundry. Let me show you. So, whoop, I will spill my coffee. Y'all, I spill my coffee at least once a day. Like, there are coffee stains everywhere, and they make me kind of happy. But I've started like cleaning them right after I spill, because Blake doesn't like coffee and he doesn't like the smell of coffee. So I don't want him to be like grossed out in his own home. I mean, I think he's gotten more used to it because people are like, med school's gonna make you love coffee. And he's like, no, it's not. So anyway, so I got these off of Amazon, and they're just reusable. They're kind of a softer material, and then they have two sides. I think it's nice that they have a darker side, but I think they're different kinds of fabric maybe. I'm not crazy about these. So I'm still gonna use them, and I think it's better than cotton pads, but they just don't work as well. They don't work as well. It's like you're trying to use a regular Band-Aid instead of a waterproof Band-Aid in the swimming pool. They'll do the trick for a while, but sometimes they stick, and then sometimes there's a gross Band-Aid on the side of the pool that was yours, but even you don't want to touch because it's gross. Okay, so the next thing that I will never buy are those body detox like wraps, or detox through your feet, or detox through your hands, or how people like put things on their feet at night to detox. That doesn't work. Your body is detoxing constantly, and how it does that is it moves everything through your organs, and your organs detox everything that goes through your body, and then you excrete it through waste. So the detox products that just help get things moving, those are detox, because like lemon water helps your body stay hydrated and also excrete toxins, which is just getting rid of waste. So that's, your body just naturally detoxes. So if you really want a good detox, drink water. Tea works because it just helps get things moving. So those are detoxes. But like sweat is 94% water. So those things that make you sweat a lot, you're just losing hydration. You're not detoxing. And like those foot wraps, why they look yellowish brown and they turn gross colors is because they have particles that when they're oxygenated, they turn those colors. So when they're mixed with your body oils, when they're exposed to air, those aren't toxins. Those are the product reacting to you or just its environment. Don't play into those detox products. This next one is just a great public service announcement, because I did not know this until I went to college, and now I think it's such good information to have. But never, ever, ever buy cardboard boxes. Simply go to your local grocery store, or I think a lot of stores probably do this, but when I was going to college, I just went to our like local grocery store and asked for boxes, and they had so many boxes they were just gonna have to smash and get rid of. And they were so happy to be able to recycle those and give them to someone who needed them. And I was happy to not have to buy cardboard boxes. Also, for like Christmas presents, I just start saving my Amazon Prime boxes. So when I get boxes in the mail, I just save them, knowing that I'm gonna use them later for like Christmas gifts. Okay, y'all, so when I was younger, I loved figurines. I thought they were beautiful. I enjoyed playing with them. I'd get them all out and I'd play with them like Barbies, but they were breakable and beautiful and rustic. So it was somehow even more exciting and fun. And now that I'm older, and I know I think they're great if you're gonna play with them. Like when I was young, I played with them and I thought they were so fun. But now that I'm older, I've gotten rid of all of those because I will never buy collectibles. And why that is because they take up space, they take up money, they create clutter. And if they're not serving a purpose, like decor or like I love this. This doesn't really serve a purpose except for it's beautiful to look at. That's different. But if you're like just like collecting teapots to collect teapots, if you love it, you do it. I will never buy into that because I think it wastes time, money, and space. And it drives me nuts when like you walk into someone's house and you just are like overwhelmed by the clutter. Maybe it's because I'm an introvert, but it just like gives me so much anxiety. I hate it. I just feel like I can't breathe and there's just like too much going on and feel like I'm in a museum and I don't like it. And also, make sure your significant other is okay with what you're collecting, because the poor guy that walks in, like the poor guy that lives with a girl that collects teapots. This next one I think you should never buy for yourself, but I think it's like a great decor piece if you get one for your wedding. Or I know I got one for my mom. I got a Pioneer Woman cookbook for my mom one year because she loves Pioneer Woman. And so it wasn't really that she couldn't get the recipes any other way. It was just like a good, thoughtful, meaningful gift for her. But I will never buy a cookbook. And why that is because we have Google and we have Pinterest. And that's where I get my recipes. We have the Tasty app, which Blake loves. If there's ever something that I want to make, I'm never short on recipes. And for me, unless it's like a beautiful good decor piece in your kitchen and it serves a purpose, I would rather get online and print out a recipe than have to like thumb through books of like 50 recipes that I'll hate to find one good one. And so I think now they're just not very practical. They're a waste of money, they're a waste of space, they're a waste of energy looking for cookbooks. One time Blake and I like invested in like, it was like this skinny cookbook when we were like getting fit, getting in shape. And we did like 7 recipes from it until we discovered that we hated it and we just wanted to do portion control because it wasn't good. So you just run so many risks with cookbooks. And I think there's definitely a time and a place like gifts. Or like if you have a beautiful one that goes with your kitchen colors and it's like the perfect decor piece. Yes. Pinterest, Tasty app, Google. Okay, so number 9. I really enjoy because it's something I've started doing that I love, and that is not investing in fancy bath salts. So fancy bath salts are super, super expensive, and really what you're paying for is the jar. Most of the time it's just Epsom salt and some essential oils, which is awesome. But here's the thing, you can buy a big, huge bag. I just spilled more coffee on me. Basically, you can get a big, huge thing of Epsom salts at Walmart that they have all these different kinds. They have sore muscle relief, which is all Epsom salt, but like they have eucalyptus and they have calming, they have lavender, they have relax, they have soothe, they have all these different kinds, and for a fraction of the price of like a little tiny jar. And so what I did was I got a really beautiful jar and I just continue to fill that up with the ugly bag Epsom salts. So if you want to use it as a decor piece, that's great. Buy that really expensive bath salt once and then fill it up with homemade, you mix Epsom salt with some essential oil, or those just really big bags you get at Walmart of all these different kinds that are Epsom salt already infused with wonderful things for your skin and body. So yeah, that's a little trick. So I never buy expensive bath salts because I just reuse the same container that I think is the cutest thing ever with a bag of Walmart Epsom salts. So number 10 is something that's very personal to me and already happened, but I thought it was a good thing to mention so people know, hey, this is okay. But also I think if you want to do this, you do it. But save the dates. Blake and I did not do save the dates for our wedding, and we did that for a few reasons. So first of all, it saves money. It saves a lot of time and energy because honestly, getting all those invitations packed and mailed out, we had like 400 some people at our wedding, and it's because we both come from big families, and Blake loves people so well, and I have like really close, I have like my few people that I adore and love with all my heart that I would do anything for, and Blake feels that way about like so many people. We didn't do save the dates for a few reasons. First of all, it saves time, energy, money, everything, and then secondly, so we had our wedding on Memorial Day weekend, and one of the reasons we didn't do save the dates is because the people we really, really, really wanted there already knew the date of our wedding. Okay, when you don't do save the dates, the people that come are the people that you'd really want there. Because I feel like sometimes with save the dates, people like feel obligated because they know so far ahead of time and it's like already on their calendar. Whereas for us, like the people that already had plans then found out about our wedding. They didn't feel pressure to go, but they still felt like our love. This is my little bonus round in the end. First, just in case you like feel like logging off now, I'd really, really, really love it if you commented down below things that you will never buy. I think that'd be so interesting to read. So please comment that and I will read, and then I will get back to you because I read the comments and I think they're really fun and interesting. So yes, let's get into this. Bleached coffee filters, because they have dioxins, which is a cancer-causing chemical, and that just happens through the bleach process. Bleached coffee filters and brown coffee filters are exactly the same, but one has dioxins, and they're the bleached ones. So get the brown ones. They're the same thing, just without cancer-causing chemicals. Disposable straws. When Blake and I first got married, I got reusable straws, and I have not looked back. They're so easy to clean. You just get like a little cleaning kit. It's this little wire brush, just doop, 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 and it's great. And I love my straws, and I don't have to use disposable straws because I've had the same reusable straws since Blake and I got married. So a while, and they're still going strong. A bread maker. So this just takes up a lot of space in your kitchen, and it has one function. And quite honestly, a pan does the same thing. It may not come out in like a perfect loaf looking thing, but I like how homemade bread looks. You just shape it, put it in the oven. Why would you get a bread maker? Kleenex. So I do, this went in the bonus round because I do buy Kleenex for guests. So when we have guests, I like have a little Kleenex box that I like put out. But what I do is I use toilet paper. I have since I was little. It just saves so much money, and it's really hard to run out of toilet paper because you buy it constantly, whereas Kleenex, you run out of it quite often. You have to find a spot for the box. It's there. Sometimes it doesn't look pretty, and it's a whole thing. Whereas toilet paper, I just keep rolls everywhere. I keep one in my car. I keep one on my bedside table. I keep one at my desk. I keep one everywhere. And so then when I need to blow my nose, and then throw it away. Shoes that are hard to walk in or hurt. You know what? They might be $20 cheaper, but they are not worth it because your feet are gonna hurt. And if they're hard to walk in, you're gonna look funny and you're never gonna wear them. Go to Von Maur and buy that amazing pair of shoes that feels incredible because you will love wearing them, you will look awesome, and you're not sacrificing your feet. So I love beautiful shoes, and I am not willing to buy shoes that hurt or are hard to walk in because you know what? There are beautiful shoe options that feel great and are comfy and are not hard to walk in. Shaving cream. I don't use shaving cream. I haven't since I was little. I think my mom bought us shaving cream when we were young, like when we learned how to shave, but then it was fun, but like in all practicality, I think conditioner is better, and I like being able to see the hairs as I shave them. And with shaving cream, you can't see the hair. So I just like using conditioner, and that's what I use now, and it's great. Magazines, all like the columns that I want to read are online already. So if there's like I love reading horrible date columns. I think those are hysterical, and I don't need to buy a whole magazine to read horrible date columns. So I'll just like type those in and read them, and I think it's so funny, and I laugh hysterically until my stomach hurts, and I don't waste all that paper and money and time on a magazine. Trendy clothes, I don't feel confident in. So y'all, if there is a trendy piece of clothing that you feel awesome in, that you love, get it. But I found that a lot of the time I don't feel comfortable wearing trendy clothes. So like right now, I know like see-through things are very in, and I would feel so uncomfortable wearing see-through items. So I'm not gonna buy a see-through item that I'd wear a tank under anyway, and then in 5 years it's obsolete and I'm like, this doesn't look good, this adds pounds. Like I like things like this. Like this is modest. It like has a high thing. And then look how cute this is. It like shows off like my waist, and I love the look of this. Now, when you have something sheer over it, it goes like this. So sometimes like if it were sheer black, you wouldn't get to see the waist, and I love the accentuated waist look, and it would just take that all away. So if you don't feel confident in a trend, don't buy it. Dryer sheets, everyone knows about dryer sheets and that they're like not good for you, but people still use them. I don't, because there are other options that work just as well, but don't have a dryer sheet so that when you like lay your head on your pillow at night, you get acne from it. That happened to me. My last thing is DVDs. I don't buy DVDs. I don't think anyone buys DVDs. If you do, you probably collect them. And I've already talked about collectibles. That is it for my bonus round. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.